Alright, game crashed really hard for some reason. So, yeah, there's probably some stuff that you guys won't remember. Weapons.
We haven't seen any red in a while. Maybe the monsters can still speak too.
Oh, thank
Sneaking
goodness.
done. Fighting now.
Great stims.
Was that all? Uh-oh. Cessation of hostilities complete. Ready, steady, fighty.
Okay. No, 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 no,
Bad guys dealt with.
Atomic tray. That is better than my current helmet.
If you want to be sneaky, turn off your Pip-Boy light.
It was Roxo. Yeah, that's Viker. Do, 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 do.
This one looks
Mighty
pretty tough.
think tank, still cowering in your dome? Cower, you fools! Cower!
Goodness gracious.
Please take this. I don't want you to die.
Yeah, I don't want to die either.
Is that all?
Okay. Okay.
love mugs so much. I just too much.
How can I illuminate?
I have to work on. Okay.
Got any more?
I have to go now.
Was the hat?
I'll talk to you later.
Might I be of service?
Don't need anything else.
You require some.
I'd like to engage your services. Basic physical organization.
You require some.
I'd like to engage your services. Install implants.
Might I be of service?
I'd like to buy some things. The hand out the way. Accept. F5.
You require some.
I'd like to engage your services right now. Yes. Yes. Books. Wild Wasteland tag. General. Kills. Spineless. Implant C13. Nice. I am never gonna financially recover from that. Okay. Smart lights. Okay.
Time to fight. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit.
Do, 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 do.
Bad guys dealt with. Sneaking done. Fighting now. Cessation of hostilities complete. Ready, steady, fighty.
Wait. Items.
That's all.
Oh. There's a lot of bomb colors here. Little Lynxy logged in. Log 1. Students today through whole trainloads of communist infiltrators. Half of them don't even speak English, so we had to show them where to go with our knife sticks. They got to the point. Eventually, Doc's already talking about research subjects. Guess that'll help advance the war effort. Jeez. One of the prisoners who speak a little English, I guess he's the one of the unofficial spoken, came to the commandant's office today, screaming about hungry ghosts snatching his people up in the night. Doc told him to give up the ignorant superstitions of a bygone era and had him thrown in the cooler for 3 weeks. I've seen some of the new raws they're developing here, and I've got to wonder where they're getting the brains from. Okay. Block 3. Another escape attempt last night. We rounded them up. But in process of escapees, but these little bastards are determined. Got triple shifts on the camp around the clock, and the extra hours are eating up on morale. Commandant says he's put in requisition to use the camp as a fuel test for the new total pacification colors the scientists have been working on. Maybe we can get some sleep. Elijah's journal day 2. Second day, pre-war concentration camp. Kept China citizens here before war. Radiation turned them. Had to keep them in camp with collars, explaining why some of these sleep collars exist. Always wondered. Some were clearly pre-war tech. Researching the color frequencies, touchy circuit architectures, massive deconstruction take time. Must be careful. Can't be sprouted by the local robots from the same brains from the dome. Will try to haul me back there. Then research me. No sign of the courier. That courier from before. He stays out of my way. I'll stay out of his. I'm thinking about that Sierra Madre he mentioned. If he's right, I need to find out the casino. Then to tracking it down, would need his help. If the working holograms and toxic gas are preserved there, it might be easier to study them and. Day 4. Found ways to deactivate cars after some failures. Just a few headless schools. It's been hard to go fishing in the camp without one of them trying to run. Okay, and their head exploding. Colors twitchy. Need to ration my tats. Give me my brains. Addendum. While setting up the radios to monitor dome and robots, I thought I saw a giant glint scope from the building on the other side of the compound. Maybe still he would have to straight up rather hiding 6 days with someone else.
Time to fight. Fighting over. Ready, steady, fighty.
Come on.
Do not approach the pylon. Pylons are the glowing things. Also, do not approach a fallen pylon. If you see a fallen pylon, call security.
Bad guys dealt with. Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
Look, can you stop asking me that? They're literally both brains in jars now.
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh, your money. Gosh.
Be advised. Hostile area. Threat neutralization in progress. Weapon status.
Bad guys
Getting
dealt
too
with.
powerful?
Uh-oh.
What terrors does Big Mountain hold for the intrepid seeker? Really? Does anyone know? I'm at a loss.
Danger has been eliminated.
My gosh.
With search protocol. Do not be alarmed. Order will be restored soon. Please stand by.
Bad guys dealt with.
That's a lot of gnomes. And it just played alien music. Alright. Yes, one up there.
Ready, steady, fighty.
Nah, you ain't gonna kill me. These guys got me buffed up before.
Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros? Cessation of hostilities complete.
There is no standing on the green pipes. If you are standing on the green pipes, please get off them at once.
Ah. Water production. Buff out. Alright. Meteorological station.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Just witness leaving the body. You pansy-ass pinko. Getting tired? Kill them all. God will understand.
No more stim packs. I can't give you anything.
You're gonna learn how.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. We're out of stim packs. Maybe we'd be better off soon. Fighting over.
Okay. Again, weather test and all right. Test.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
All right. First time ever used. Psycho in this game, I think. So how did it get addicted so easily? Move it. Okay. Okay.
Might I be of service?
Don't need anything else. Good.
Well, hello.
I have to go now.
You've been working with that biological research.
Okay, we could talk to you later.
How can I illuminate?
Can you turn those lights
Unlike
off for me?
certain other lights.
Greetings, citizen. You require some.
I'd like to engage your services right now. Basic physical exam.
If so,
Speaking done. Fighting now.
I see you. Now I end you. Stop that! You're You'll damage the hull!
Oh my gosh.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Destroy this one?
Right, resistance. Where?
I can't give you anything for that injury. Time to fight. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Oh, okay.
No more stim packs. I can't give you anything for that injury. Ready, steady, fighting.
Items. Aid.
No more stim packs.
Okay.
All right, everyone, calm down. Might have been a...
Technically, it's impossible to overdose on painkillers. like me? This one looks pretty tough. That's all. Sneaking gun, hiding now. Cessation of hostilities complete.
Oh, it looks like the target drones got activated and... Oh, how cute. They're engaging the X-42 giant robo-scorpion.
Time to fight.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
Fighting over.
Crush them with your pincers!
Oh. Backup generator log. Activate backup generator. Yes.
Beautiful.
This one looks pretty tough. Was that all?
You can't avoid the deadly laser sting of Dr. Mobius!
Okay.
X-42, attack in the name of Mobius!
Okay. Okay.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
Okay. 5.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
An intruder is here. I'm certain of it.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Okay. 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 not notice me?
This will stop the pain. Time to fight.
There's our victim.
Was that all? Sneaking done. Fighting now.
What? Are you a salesman? Go away! There's no
Was that
access to the door. It is forbidden.
Uh-oh.
Crush them with your...
Bad guys dealt with.
There's our victim.
This one looks pretty tough.
There's our victim. There's our victim. Crush them with your pincers.
That's all.
Exporting.
This one looks pretty tough.
Our victim.
That's all.
Crush them with your pincers.
This one looks pretty
Okay.
tough.
Here, okay.
Crush them with your pincers.
Fighting over.
Okay.
Time to fight. That's all.
X-42,
Steady.
attack in the name of Mobius! Crush! X-42, attack! You can't avoid the deadly laser sting.
Oh, nice. Medicine. Picking. What do you choose explore? Okay. Antivena, Bucks times, Kazorex. Energy cell overcharge. Vision Beard, battery, layer.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
Alright. Okay.
Preposterous! Not an angry bone in my body! Have them all removed! Hmm? Yo! Hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV, Coon? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty.
Okay.
I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky talents are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though. Especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Hold on. Closing my door. I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
I can fix your monitor, bro, but if you're getting a ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just check that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way.
Thank you.
You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is
very
especially
different
important.
from the audios.
Oh, well.
I was curious about some things. Can you tell me about your experience?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought, but they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
Yeah, I guess that would suck after being in a whatever you are for 200 years. I was curious for some other things.
Yeah.
You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast the threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Sounds like you built Robo-Scorpions issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Everything you told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your name, Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
Reprogram their names as part of their recursion loop? What, to trap their processors?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
So why did you trap them?
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Klein Mobius, zeros a circle, 8's an infinity symbol. They're all loops. I get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
Minor detail. But a snake devouring its own tail is Ouroboros, not Boros.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
If you lobotomize the think tank, then why tyranize them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
But there must have been other signs of a larger world. And there were other visitors, though. Why am I different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
The bullet that went through my brain? Doc Mitchell tried to patch me up, but...
Yes, very good. I should have Mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem. And the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial cells into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
So if I don't get my brain back in my head, I can't leave. Ever.
Oh no. I doubt your brain would be so unreasonable. It already knows the trick of it, you see. Doesn't need to be in a host body at all. If you become friends or exist in an uneasy truce with weapons aimed at each other, it would unlock the fence for you. Well, once the think tank was dealt with, of course. Your brain is a responsible sort. Doesn't want mad scientists running around everywhere.
Clients had the idea that they had to get 3 technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So
Herbal
watch
tea.
it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
But the think tank downloaded the schematics, not the items. They can remake them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
What is the purpose of the technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Was there any other data transmitted in your threat to broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
Curious about some other things.
Yeah.
Time for me to go, then.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Okay. So, do I kill him or do I not?
Attached to the meson. Meson's connected to the proton.
He's mad, but he's not harmful.
I do so love integers.
So... not a bad guy. All honesty, you might be right. The others need to be killed. They're the ones that created the lobotomites. The Kazdors. This is definitely a moral dilemma. have a lot of mentats. I'm probably gonna sell them all.
They said I was mad. Preposterous. Not an angry bone in my body. Have them all removed.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
There's no need to slightly sarcastic. Meeting your own brain is an odd event.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Yes, because running around a crater full of bizarre science experiments, hygiene is a top priority.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
How is this happening? Of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
We'll revisit this topic later.
Oh yes, I rather expect we will. We'll be having a very long talk about crawling through old ruins, herring off on missions of revenge. And Cazadors. Oh yes, we'll talk a lot about them.
Great. Listen, you're my brain, so you should be a lot more respectful.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid.
Once you're back in my head, I'll watch television. Lots of television.
You wouldn't. That's inhuman.
Don't tempt me, brain.
Fine, I'll try to respect you more, sir.
How the hell did Mobius get hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
And how did he manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Well, that answers that. On to something else.
Well,
don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how
sound
much
like
more you can
Stewie
get done
from
when you're
Family
not
Guy.
constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? A cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love.
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat oozing hormones.
Isn't it true? Because the only way you feel this way is because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
I think we're in a past, Bo. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't feel the way you think.
Indeed, quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
Well, maybe we could keep it going like this. What do you think?
You mean I'll stay in my tank and you'll stay in your skin? And we'll each handle our own areas of expertise? I certainly like the sound of that.
This is weird. I'll be back later. Hey, this. Hey, affects spineless strength. Perks.
The...
If you want to stay here, I'll let you.
It's not that I didn't like being in your head, you understand. As far as heads go, it was a rather nice one. Well then, I suppose this is...
Maybe I'll let me think about this. Okay.
So love integers.
The...
You want to join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. Unfortunately, before... Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right! Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Electrons attached to the neutrons attached to the mesons connected to the proton.
Did I disconnect my head again? Like, what use did I get from... I feel like I got something out of removing my brain. Items. Is it... Do I... That is weird. I just have my brain in a jar. Whatever. Ulysses' point. The sink balcony, yes.
Here and now, got its ups and downs. But focusing on the past, like it was any better. That's just old world blue.
F5.
You require some additional...
I'd like to engage your services right now. Swap body parts. Do nothing. Local map. Oh, that's the optional one. Okay.
You require some...
I'd like to engage your services. Swap body parts. Oh.
Look out! Communist! No, false alarm. It was just... You require some additional...
I'd like to engage your services. Swap body parts. Reattach your spine. Wait, my strength is increased? Yeah, well, I can always get them reattached. I want. Am I not allowed to... Wait, hold on. Can I return to the big MT? Okay. Honest Tarts is the only area I can't go return to.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped.
I found my brain, and now you or I are gonna settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we need to discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
You think I am the lobotomite? Do you think I killed Mobius? Maybe... I can't let you dissect the Mojave, or let you leave.
Yes, you can. You don't really have an alternative that I can see.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dala?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dala, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, are you sure we've calculated all the combat probabilities here? I mean, the lobotomite confronted Mobius. Plus, you know, we haven't had a COMBAT drill in forever. I don't think we could form a tactical attack triangle if we wanted to.
Releasing the WOMBAT was not my plan, so get off my voice box.
Silencing opinionators.
Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery.
Jeez, okay.
A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabulators for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting. Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here. This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets as nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here. Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and zm together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
Do you think I killed Morbius?
Yes! Wait, you did, didn't you? You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself. Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all!
You think I am the lobotomite? No, for my school houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
You have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now?
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack! Fight!
Time to fight.
How do you fire this thing?
Have a stim pack.
Attack in the dome!
Does that feel better?
Oh.
Aid.
No more stim packs.
Okay.
I'm going to
No more stim packs.
I didn't want to kill Romeo.
Fighting over.
Gosh. I didn't... They have lived. Leave the think tank.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others, which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better Scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the Showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy, except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt worn, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
I wonder. Is there a possible way I could have saved them all?
Ces accoutrements are precisely where...
Is there a way I could have saved them all? I don't... I feel feel almost guilty. But I can do this. I can do this. This is my playthrough. Play this however I want. Out right now. I want to see if I can stop them, if I don't have to kill them. Is that would be nice. Stats. 612, 18. I need another like 1,000. Vision log, Y17. Ham radio, binoculars.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
Items.
Will you love me if I help you hide?
Might I be of...
Hey, my equipment repaired.
We're okay on Stimpaks.
Might I be of service?
I like to buy some things. So...
Painkiller reserves critical. Oh, the pain.
How do I make a repair? Workbench, recipes, aid, super weapon repair kit, ammo, miscellaneous. What? Satchel change? Satchel charge. Okay. So until I find a way to get this repaired, that's going back there. 12.
Bye-bye.
Data. Forbidden zone dome entrance. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's always funny. Seeds and things like that crash. Okay. Middle of nowhere. Yeah, go to the Signal Hills transmitter. Oh wait, yeah, I collected like 1,000,000 different... Mentats. I can sell those. I'm not gonna... It's unlikely I'm gonna use them all, so I can repair that armor. Well, this is actually statistically better anyways, so... Things like this in Fallout 1.
What's that?
I found a sound wave file for you. Do you play music?
Guess you could.
I'll talk to you later.
You got some plans.
I command you to open your port and receive this new seed.
Ah, yeah, baby. Just slip it in there. All the way down in that dark, moist earth. Launching interface.
Press the seed into planter. Oh, quick save. Okay. No going back now. What map? Cybertron deconstruction, DNA splicing lab. There's a few areas over. I've traveled to every place except for these few. Well, except for the tunnels. I could explore the tunnels. Hold on, let me just... Yeah. Oh, wait, this tunnel's empty. This is just a blocked thing. And then... North Tunnel? Oh yeah, I was there. Mysterious cave. This is a... I guess this is a mysterious-ish cave. It's, got, not a lot of mystery to it, though. It just feels like a cave to me. Did that thing just kill me? Hold on, I'm sorry. Did that just... was that a fly that just killed me? Legendary boat fly New Vegas. What on earth is... Okay, hold on. Okay. Nearly impossible to kill. I guess I'll just leave. More hit points than a legendary Deathclaw. What on earth? Why is that? I have to like figure that out. Move it to there. Just need a bit more XP. I guess Bethesda likes reusing sounds, because like I heard those sounds in later game with Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Which is a great game. Wait, of course you guys know that. You've probably looked at my channel by now. If you've made it this far into this video, you've probably looked at it. Probably because you're bored or something. That is red scorpion. Is that giant red scorpion under here? What on earth is over here? Elijah's watch. A what? That is a powerful weapon. On earth is Elijah, though? Dog meat. Dog meat. Drink my water. I'm in combat? Alright. Data. Miscellaneous. I set up this camp on their broadcast. No sign of a courier or that woman. Turns out I was right. At the gangster camp was being watched by Price brothers, their descendants.
Don't want to argue philosophy with you. Brotherhood are preservationists. Tech in the wrong hands, it's dangerous. Mojave's proof.
No denying that. Proof's here in this crater, all around us. Your tribe, the Brotherhood. Haven't met many of you. Wanted to. Thought you might be the last chance for the Mojave, the West, the East. But you're all the same mind. Obsessed.
Elijah is obsessed. He's mad. It's why they ordered his execution.
Two are more alike than you know. Too wrapped up in the wrong bits of history to see ahead. Not judging. I know how it is. People are like couriers. You and him. Sometimes don't even know the message they bring. You all had a new flag. Thought maybe new ideas along with it. What you believe isn't any better than the bear or bull. No future in either.
So says the man with the old world flag on his back. America, the Commonwealth, burned away.
America sleeps, and until it's dead, I carry it, just like I carried you. More. Belief. There's voices here in the big empty. I want to talk to them. Not like your Elijah did. Got questions. Want to hear history give its answer.
Huh.
Didn't think you'd make it back.
Nope.
Didn't think you'd make it back.
Almost didn't. Got my answers. You're Elijah. He met the gods in this place. Did a good job of making them question the way of things.
Do you know where he went?
He's gone to the Sierra Madre. That's a special kind of hell. He won't come back. Someone smarter, tougher is going to kill him. If the Madre doesn't.
I have to go after him.
Not going to talk you out of it. Know what it means to track someone. Got a meeting of my own.
That courier?
Get him to come to me. Got a message for him. Like the message he had for me. Make them walk the road west, straight and true. Sink their feet in old world ash. Let storms tear at them. See the divide. See what happened.
The divide? There's nothing there.
Nothing there. Like the big empty. The Sierra Madre. No. The old world sleeps there. Sure as the flag I carry. The courier knows the way. And at the divide, he and I. There. We'll have an ending to things.
Okay. Oh. I nearly escaped that. Aid. Weapons. Nice. Close grenade. I don't care if it has resistance. It's gotta be doing some damage to it, right? F5. Aid. F5. F5. Come on. Every little bit of damage counts. Nice. Alright. Okay. 2 more hits. F5. Okay. One more hit. One more hit. Yes. Oh. What a rush. Okay. Empty whiskey bottle, desks. Scientist gloves, scientist scrubs. Bone saw. Have I been here before? sleep for an hour. Well, if I can defeat that, I can defeat anything. Oh. Alright. Well. Guess it's time to finally end Old World Blues. Which is apparently the third DLC? Which I had no idea. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's go to the loading station. Okay, defeated that, Vipin. I mean, that beast of a fly. Like, gee, was it on all those drugs? Is that why it was so strong? Shit. Alright. Big MT. Oh, don't want all those pills while taking my medication. It's almost time to go to bed. Ah. It's 11 p.m. 5. I'm going to upload this as soon as possible.
What's that?
I'll talk to you later.
Might I be of service?
I'd like to buy some things. So, I have 2k cap, almost 3k. But, I also have a lot of mentats, like, only that many caps? Huh. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep, like, that many. Hold on, how much Psycho do I have? We have a lot of Bullfly meat. Yeah, I don't need that much Psycho. Purified water. Exit.
Well, hell.
I have to go now. Hot plate. Dog steak. Alright. 5.
The lobotomite!
Yeah. Found my brain and now you're gonna settle things. I'm not handing my brain over. There's just some things you should discuss.
And
I am a lobotomite. Oh my gosh. I think you're past. Okay.
it has come for us!
Hold on. Load. Level 29, level 29, level 29. Oh. That is annoying. That is annoying. Wait. Yes. Hold on. Items. Hold on. Aid. Medicine. Plus 20. Hold on. I'm so close. I'm so close. I'm so close. I'm so close. Five. 8. Big Book of Science. Science increased by 4.
Well, hell.
I'd like to press on some planets.
Well, hello.
I have to go now. Okay. Recipes. Aid. Ammo. Miscellaneous. Science. 200 group. There's gotta be a place with a lot of books. Okay. Okay, so
Greetings, citizen.
miscellaneous. Okay. Earring. Books. Did I not grab those 2 books?
Might I be of service?
I'd like to buy some things. Clipboard, duct tape, big timers. Just need 2. Accept. Exit. Skill book unarmed. Blank books. How do I create blank books? Wait.
Might I be of service?
I'd like to buy some things. Okay, aid. Let's check their aid. Oh, okay.
Greetings, citizen.
I have some seditious materials. Process books. Three blank books added. Ah, crud.
Greetings, citizen.
Might I be of service?
Greetings, citizen.
Have some seditious process books. 5. Okay. So I have 6. I know there's a place that had a bunch of books. Where was it? I think it was Little Yangtze. bunch of books near it. Yes. The sink balcony. Come on, come on. You can do this.
Greetings, citizen.
Process books. Okay. Wonder glue. Science. Accept. Oh. Aid. Stats. Skills. Science is 98. Science. Oh my gosh. Data. Stats. Okay, I'm gonna do some grinding. Rather than that. Hold on. Wait. How to... I wonder if there's any science magazines. Science plus 10. Programs Digest. Lonesome Road, Lonesome Road, Lonesome Road. Dead Money. The Think Tank. On the top terminal in the back where Dr. Boris works.
3 angry death claws make for a lot of reconstructive surgery.
On top of a terminal. 2 more science skills. 2 more. Come on. Come on. Yes. 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 F5. Items. Aid. Programmer's Digest.
The lobotomite.
I found my brain. There's nothing impossible for science. Me suns, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice. It is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond. We could have escaped.
I will permit you to do this, for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Nice. That wasn't pretty cool.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others, which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the Showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The thing continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy, except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ, and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond. Although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues. It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World blues took on a new meaning. Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was Old World blues, and New World hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
I've lost the brainless perk. Okay.
I understand you're to be congratulated.
Turn those lists for me. Spy speech.
I'm glad to see you.
You turn those lights on for me. Items. Ooh. All right. Well. Quests. I think I'm satisfied. I'm gonna end it there. Ooh, that's a long video. It's a game. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.